This video is proof that the magic pudding exists. Nearly every story from Tales from Country Towns comes from the same town. Why does anyone in rural Australia watch any media at all? Just sit at your local bus stop. It's the same thing as this channel now. Tales from Country Towns, Volume 5, let's do it. There's this guy in town that can only be described as an ethnically vague homeless man. It is impossible to tell where he's from. Even if you gave him a DNA test, the machine would explode. More importantly than that though, he smells like piss. Anyway, this out-of-towner that felt sorry for him walks up to him and asks,
"Hi mate, do you need any help? Do you need anything?"
You just need some of the audio, okay? You help me find the audio, I help you find the audio.
So she starts backing away in panic after about, what, 5 seconds?
"Oh, okay, that's great, mate. I need to go now."
He then performs his signature move, which I too have had the pleasure of witnessing. He very nonchalantly, as if it's no big deal at all, pulls his cock out so casually, it's just a nervous tick. You know how some people do this with their lips? His version of that is to go, it's like he's a geyser. It happens if you're there or not. It's just a feat of nature. Anyway, she gets the cops who know exactly who it is, so obviously they don't want to go because they know his special move. It's a very effective one. It's to shit in his hand and fling it at them. But they have to go. Sure enough, he does exactly that. He chucks empty bottles at them as they try and catch him, and despite him being over 50 and living off cigarettes and sandwiches from the bin, he somehow has super speed as well. He gets away from 2 cops in their 20s. I'm guessing that is due to the fact that they don't want to handcuff him as his hands are covered in shit. That's a normal day for this man. You have to admit, the freedom is inspiring. Tale 2. The perpetually plastered Spaniard. He's still 50 years old, smelly, always wearing a high vis. His name is Pedro. He grabs tourist phones, that's his special move, snaps away. Usually the iPhone camera is not even in selfie mode, so it's just taking photos of the sky. Most people are either confused, unimpressed, scared, and very rarely, usually if they're young stoners, they're into Pedro's vibe. Korean tourists, on the other hand, most certainly are not. He walked up to a group of them once.
Hey! Konnichiwa! Hey, welcome to Australia, friend. You want selfie? Selfie? Today is that.
Sorry, tourism?
Huh? What the f am you say?
The tourists start talking amongst themselves, and then one of them turns to Pedro and says,
Thank you for your generosity. Bye-bye.
No, give me your phone, man. We take selfie.
And as they start to shuffle away, Pedro grabs one of their phones and says,
Okay, selfie time. Un, dos.
And in a split second, the owner of that phone judo fly kicks him in the spine.
Mierda.
And even though he's sputtering on the ground, winded, Pedro is impressed.
Hey, Bruce Lee, huh? Bruce Lee. Shit, man.
Tale 3. It's the same guy. This time it's a 19-year-old walking up to Pedro asking,
"Hey man, where are you from?"
Pedro starts explaining his life story in a very long-winded, very vulgar fashion.
Hey, you wanna know about Pedro? Sit, I tell you. Let me get selfie, okay? You don't wanna know about Madrid. Too many f***ing flies. It's Madrid. I tell you about Australia. I've been to all of Australia. I've been to the Perth, the Adelaides. So many beautiful women. But some of them, such f***ing whores. That's why I had to leave things, because they're too filthy.
Okay, well, see you, man.
He runs away to join his family. Pedro's yelling after him.
Yeah, you get lunch, man. Hey, we get lunch together. We get tapas, huh? Good boy.
Now, confession, that voice you heard was not added in. That was my neighbour yelling at me. And it is so rich for her to do that. I am woken up constantly at 2 a.m. in the morning for her yelling at her boyfriend, "How could you do this to me?" That's right. Don't you ever do this to me again. I will air all your dirty laundry to hundreds of thousands of people, and I know it. So shut up next time and let me film. Anyway, back to the story. The family leaves to a nearby Chinese restaurant. Pedro follows them in complaining.
Hey, boy! You remember me? It's Pedro! Hey, f*** this Chinese shit, man. Let's get some f***ing tapas.
Mate, can you just leave us alone? We're trying to have lunch here.
Oh, beautiful Chiquita. Hey, you want selfie with Pedro, huh? Come on, I give you a selfie.
Oh my god, what the hell?
And with this creepy, clueless ridiculous grin on his face, they go back and forth over the phone.
Oh, you want this selfie?
Give me my phone back, you loser!
Oh, give a phone back!
Selfie with Pedro.
One of the Chinese waiters, and it must be pointed out, what is it with this man and getting slammed by martial arts? This guy kung fu chops him in the back. Instantly, Pedro spews all over the family's yumcha. The girl, a sympathetic vomiter, starts chucking up as well. Pedro, at this point, realizes maybe he's gone a bit too far. He feels terrible, so he offers them the one thing he thinks will give them solace in this trying time.
Holy shit. Come on, let's do selfie.
You know what though? At that point, I would like a selfie with that man. That is a memory. And speaking of memories, make sure you get my latest stand-up show, Why John Howard Really Sucked, available at friendlyjordies.com, as are these sweet shirts. Whoa, that's definitely gonna happen. Press the like button if you agree.